The invitation for interview was accepted by Austrian rider Gerfried Puck, international show jumper. You are again in Szilvasvárad for Szilvasvárad Masters after last year. And why did you decide it to be here again this year? And how do you like the venue? How do you like the atmosphere here? And what do you think about all the center?
I have to say I'm already the third time here, and I'm really happy to be here every year because it's a real nice venue, and stadium is really big and gives a very good atmosphere. Also, like every year, the night class on Friday, what is always a good ranking class with a super interesting jump off. And I have to say the facilities here are really good, and I hope they will do many more shows the next years, and maybe also some championships, whatever, for seniors or juniors. Or I think they are ready for that.
Now let's take a look at your career. Could you introduce yourself a bit for fans of Hungarian show jumping sport, and where do you prepare your horses for this level of competition, and how did you get into the show jumping sport generally?
My family always was working into the horses or with the horses, and I start quite early. In the beginning was quite difficult for me also to get to find a step in the bigger classes and the international classes. I went for a while to Holland. I living there for 10 years, and then in this period I start to get up in the international circuit to do World Cups and everything. And now I'm back 10 years in Austria. I live in Salzburg, and there we prepare our horses for the bigger classes. We have also a nice partner in Belgium. He prepared the younger horses until 6 years old. And then when they are ready to do international competitions, they moving to Austria. And from that point, we go to the bigger classes. We have a big goal this year. We have the qualifier for the Olympic Games in the European Championships in Milan. That's in end of August, begin September, and then we have to say what's happened next year with Paris.
You compete very often in Hungary on these shows and venues in this country, so you are already used to this level and all the Hungarian riders and the style of Hungarian riders. What do you think about this Hungarian show jumping sport, and can you compare it somehow with Austrian equestrian sport?
I have to make them a big compliment in Hungary. I think I compete already like 25 years in Hungary, also in Budapest, Hortobácsi or Kiskunhalas and all these shows like Miskolc and Szilvasvárad. I have to say that the level of the shows growing every year. They have really good grounds, the stables and everything getting better. And also you can see that the sports developing a lot in Hungary. They have a lot of young riders or juniors, even more than Austria in the moment. That's a bit the shame for us. So I think we have to work a bit harder that we can follow the Hungarian riders.
Really nice to hear that. You are a very successful rider. You have a good career, good path, many victories all around the world. What are your next plans? What do you want to achieve next with your horses on in your career next?
Okay, my next plans is we have the big goal, the Olympic Games in 2024 in Paris. We have to qualify in Milano this year on the Europeans as a team. Then it's a small chance as individual. I'm quite high in the ranking in the moment. I'm lucky that I have a really good Grand Prix horse. He's not here this year, but he was winning last year here the floodlight class and was second in the Grand Prix. And I hope we can do a good European Championship, and then the Austrian team is qualified for the Olympics.
Maybe you can introduce the horse. Which horse is it?
The horse for the Europeans is Equitron Naxel. He's a 10-year-old stallion. He's quite young. We produced him from really young. We get him as a foal already. He also is breeding a lot. He makes some really nice horses already. The oldest now are 6 years old, start to get in the international level. And he's a real championships horse. I think that's going to be the first championships this year, and then I hope that will come a few more.
You are also trainer. You have here in Szilvasvárad your whole team, a family. How do you like this position? Do you prefer it more than riding, or how do you like it?
If you have really nice horses, and then you like more the riding because it makes your life easier. And if you have really nice students, you also like the training. So it's hard to say for me. In the moment, I do not so much training because I'm a bit more focused on my career, because maybe the last 5-6 years what I will compete, and then I will get more focus again on the training. What I did the last 10 years, I did more training and not so much sport. But now I'm really focused on the sport.
So the European Champions is in a few days, we can say. This is your last stop before the European Championships, or do you have any other plan before that?
I try to do with the stallion one more show on grass. That's why I decided to don't bring him here, because the Europeans this year on grass. I think I go to Italy to some nice show, make 2-3 trainings classes for him to stay in good shape, and then I hope everything will be okay on the Europeans.
So the best of luck, and thank you for keep coming back to Hungary and these shows.
Thanks a lot for inviting me, and I hope I will come many more years again.